Hi, welcome back to another 8x2 review. Today I'm going to discuss the CZ2075D Rami, but before we do that, let me just show you all that I'm working with a clear pistol. There's that, and two magazines. So I want to go over the pistol history really quickly before I discuss some of the overall impressions that I have of the pistol. So the name Rami actually comes from the first names of the two main people who were pivotal in getting this gun into the hands of Americans. So Radek Hauerland, who was the head of the design department at CZ, and Milan Draculja was the main designer of the pistol itself. When Milan was working with CZ USA, he started to gain a pretty good understanding of the American need for a good concealable pistol, and CZ really didn't have one in their lineup to begin with. So when they first started to design the pistol back in 1997, it actually had a lot of design cues taken from the brand new pistol, the Colt Z40. I've never seen one before, but I would like to. That sounds pretty cool. And it had its own, they made it into its own, special weapon, if you will, with modifying it by shortening a lot of the stuff, because this pistol is actually very, very small if you've not seen one before. But the Rami was first conceptualized back in 1997, and the first working model didn't come about until 2000, and it was shown off at gun shows and everything like that by Milan himself. So the pistol actually started production in 2003 with the safety version of this pistol. So it's the Rami, but instead of a decocker, it actually has a safety. There was actually a discontinued model, a polymer model that began production in 2005, but if you refer back to my CCP07 video, you can see that they had a lot of issues with their polymer when they first started out, so they basically had to scratch not only the P07 but the Rami itself with the polymer frame. So the Rami is a double action, single action hammered fired pistol. The barrel is a cold hammer forged barrel that is 3.05 inches in length, weighs I'd say it's about a hefty 26 ounces for a subcompact pistol, and the width is about 1.25 inches. It has a safety stop on the hammer as well as a firing pin block safety. So overall, the pistol itself, this model, the decocker model, wasn't introduced until about 2008, and fun fact, the safety model, the cheaper version of this, that came in 9mm as well as 40 Smith & Wesson. But this model actually you can only find it in 9mm, and it MSRPs for about $680. So it's definitely not on the cheap side, but it's a cool gun, and I think it's you can find it for cheaper. I know you can, but it's definitely one to look at. It actually comes with night sights. Probably can't see them very well here, but it does come with night sights out of the box. The safety model itself goes for $614 MSRP, and I don't think they come with the night sights, but I could definitely be wrong. But the thing is, this pistol is pretty hard to find. It's not as prevalent as the safety model. I know that for a fact. And the trigger, it's a very good trigger, but it's obviously not the Omega trigger because it comes with a separate model if you want the safety. So it does have an aluminum frame, which is pretty cool. It all metal construction with an aluminum frame, rubber grips. These are my Talon grips I have on it. And the slide itself is a steel slide. So the magazines, it comes with two magazines. It comes with one flush fit magazine that if you have small enough hands, you can get your fingers under it. It's not super comfortable, but you can do it. And the other magazine is the 14 rounder. The flush fit's a 10 rounder. I think I said that, but just in case I didn't, it is a 10 rounder. And this one right here gives you that full grip that you'd want. And it's a good feeling magazine. It doesn't protrude far. It looks pretty good if you're actually wearing this concealed. It looks pretty much like a normal compact gun. So as far as that is concerned, it comes with obviously the box, which is right here. The box, and it comes with all the normal stuff that you'd expect from a gun. So what don't I like about the CZ2075 Rami? Well, I guess the biggest thing that comes to mind is the magazines. So the magazines are decent. They're not bad, but for me, I have a lot of trouble actually getting this magazine to release. See, I pushed it, but it gets caught right up in here. So when I push it, see that? It gets caught. Now, it doesn't really do that with the flush fit magazine as much, which is why I carry it with the flush fit magazine instead of the 14 rounder. But I do have the 14 rounder as a spare. And it actually had to go back I have about 1,400 rounds through it, but it had to go back after about 1,200 or so, because the rear sight got loose, and you can see that little screw hole right there. The pistol, the sight, it wouldn't allow me to actually undo the sight. Like it was stuck for some reason, so I had to send it back. Actually, I had to send it back twice, to be honest. So that definitely wasn't fun. And I've also had some failure to feed issues with the big magazines. I have two others, but I had a couple failure to feed issues that were kind of annoying. And I honestly think and I've seen this before too, the springs just they're not the best quality, or they're not, maybe it's just the magazines. I just got the wrong bunch of magazines, but I did have a bunch of failure to feed issues with the gun. So with that said, what do I like about it? Well, it shoots very, very accurately. It's very accurate, and for a subcompact pistol, I wouldn't even say for a subcompact pistol, for any pistol with the inverted slide rails, it handles recoil like a champ. Like, it is extremely flat, and I have no issues with getting my sights back on target or anything like that. Just a great pistol to begin with. And it has a cool factor too, because it's rare. You don't really see a lot of people going to the range with a Rami, and it's a good talking piece if you have friends who like guns as well. The Rami is actually a very rare gun as far as that's concerned. So overall, I really do like this gun. It is a great gun. It's a very well-made baby brother of the CZ75. It definitely has a pretty cool history, very recent history as well, and it's something that really stands out, because there aren't many subcompact all-metal frame pistols that have a 10 round capacity. Now, when I mean subcompact, I mean subcompact to the point where it's not, it's not barely considered a subcompact. I mean, it's got a 3-inch barrel, which I know you can look at the SIG P224, but that almost has the same barrel as any compact pistol. It's got a 3.6-inch barrel, so it definitely stands out in that regard. And it's a great gun to shoot, like I said. Now, I'm going to find the culprit on what is causing the failure to feed issues. I haven't had it recently, but I do think it's one of the magazines that's kind of causing the issue. The spring just may not be in the best shape right now. But either way, if you like this video, definitely hit the thumbs up button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, because that's where I post a lot of my content as far as when I'm going to be posting more videos and everything like that. And my Instagram handle is at a times 2 official. So it's ATIMES_2 official. It's down in the description below if you forget. But I'll post when I'll be sending out my next video. And thanks for watching. God bless.